Welcome to Representing Views of 3D Objects. Here we'll look at some orthographic drawings, which are two-dimensional drawings of three-dimensional objects. They would include drawings from the front, back, right side, left side, top and bottom views of the object. So if you held the object in your hand and you looked at it from the front, what shapes do you see? And then you draw those. So let's look at the example. It says, consider the L-shape 3D object shown from three perspectives, looking at it from the front, top, and side. If I were to look at this object from the front here, I would see this smaller rectangle, which I see here on the diagram, and then on top of that I would see a larger rectangle, which I see here. Now if I were looking at the top, looking down at the object, I would see this rectangle here, and then next to that I would see a larger rectangle, as shown in the diagram. Now from the left hand side, I would see this L shape, which we see here. Now let's look at another three-dimensional object from various perspectives. So here we have this 3D shape. This is what it would look like from the side view. From the front, the other side, and from the back, looking at the top, we'd see this, and if we saw the bottom, we would actually just see a rectangle. We wouldn't see that diagonal piece, but because it's see-through, it's showing through. So there are lots of 3D programs out there which help you view three-dimensional objects in different perspectives. So now let's look at example 2. It says, draw a set of orthographic drawings for the set of stairs below. So let's just say that this part of the stairs here is the front. So what would you see when you looked at the stairs in the front? I would see these three rectangles. Now what about the left side? Looking in this direction here, I would see this shape. Now looking at it from the other side, the right side, I would see something similar to the left side, just in the other direction. Look like this. Now, looking at it from the top view, looking down on it, I would see these three rectangles here. Then we have the bottom view, which would look just like a big rectangle. And then we have the back view, which again would just look like a rectangle. So there are the set of stairs from the 6 different views. Now for example 2. Jamie drew an orthographic drawing of a figure he made with linking blocks. Where did Jamie go wrong? So if I were to look at the object from the front, I would see this square and I would see this square. So one on top of the other. So that part is right. Now if I were to look at the right side, I would see 1, 2, 3 blocks on the bottom and then 2 blocks on top. So these 3 blocks are right and these 2, but he got an extra block there, which he shouldn't have. Now if I were looking at the top of the object, I would see 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in a row. And if I looked at it from the bottom, again I'd see 1, 2, 3, and then 4 blocks in a row. So the top and bottom views are correct. Now if I were to look at the back of the object, I would see the back of this block here, but I'd also see the back of this block here. So I would see one block on top of the other. So the back is incorrect. So let's make note of that now. We can say that the right side should have 3 blocks on bottom and 2 up top, looking something like this. And the back should have 2 blocks stacked vertically. Like this, similar to the front.